benefit. Let me dumb it down, Benjamin. We not equivalent.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. They had not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Watson on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this This will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. But they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Out of the gun, Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give them 32 on the play.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Catch is made by Metcalf. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Unlock light! Unlock light!
Walker is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taken in at the 3. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Dobbins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
18, right here. Hey, smash.
He'll drop to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown score or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st down, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. Complete. Smith has it. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And there he goes right side. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
3rd down, as a defender, all you're thinking about is getting off the field. How do you stop this last play? But if you don't wrap up when you tackle and you play it back like this, all of a sudden he's taking it to the house. And now you're looking at each other wondering, what did we do wrong on that play?
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. The 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, It was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Watson. He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Touchdown, Falcons! Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Ready, set.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final done.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Let's go now.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Street.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. They find some open field here. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On first down, it's Watson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down. Watson looks to throw again. Oh, he makes the catch off the tip by the safety. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Watson's throw there taken in by Smith. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Now Watson. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. To throw is Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this. He's got him in, complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for first and 10. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now Watson throws another interception. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Walker to start the drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 92 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
On the counter, it's Walker. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
At the 50, at the 50.
Walker now on first and 10. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line. His huge night, it just continues as he's now north of 200 yards receiving. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's first and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Here we go, strike.
Now to the ground, here's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll set up a throw. This is caught. Touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle, and it will bump the lead up to 26. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Dempsey. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because
batted at the line and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Room here to run. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Seahawks just continue to roll. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Looking to throw on second down. Dempsey. Smith catches left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 75 yards receiving for him now. And it's a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Off the play fake. Dempsey. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Running left is Walker. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Straight ahead, Walker, and he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 74 yards. And the Seahawks are on their way to a 2-0 start. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance
to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
The Falcons on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
167 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Dempsey. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point right down the middle, and that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is,
he's got him in, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. throwing on first down. Dempsey. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On first down, Dempsey. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Man, 220 yards for him on the ground as this has been a night to remember to this point. Walker with another carry, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Seahawks, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they